My name's Rich Hoppy. I'm a native to Fort Wayne, Indiana, born and raised here since the age of 0, maybe before 0. I ride BMX bicycles. Those are the little 20-inch bicycles that you see people jumping on these ramps back here. They go up and down and they do flips and tricks and things. I've been part of random stunt teams. I started out racing when I was 11 and kind of did that till I was about 16, 17. Plenty of hospital visits during those times, and still plenty of hospital visits, seems like throughout the whole time. I tell people it's 90% fun, 10% maybe hospital. But I'm still walking around with the rest of you. I'm still riding my bicycle, and I had kind of an epiphany last year. In January of 2016, I knocked myself out riding my bicycle. I own and operate, along with my partner Dan Butler, the Fort Wayne Indoor Skate Park. And here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, it's a 501c3 non-for-profit, and we operate during the winter hours, or from October until about May here in Indiana. And that's because we have winter here. So if you're watching me from a warmer climate, you have no clue what I'm talking about. But it gets so cold and snowy that we can't go outside and ride bikes or skateboards or scooters or whatever the kids are into these days. So we built a place indoors, and it's a non-for-profit, basically set up for kids to go in there and go in and stay sharp at their sport, or maybe discover a new sport. We've had a lot of kids come in throughout the winter, and they are stuck forever with skateboarding or BMX, or hopefully they get over scootering, but some of the younger kids are scootering nowadays. At any rate, we're 4 years deep into the Fort Wayne Indoor Skate Park. It's an awesome thing. I'm very proud of what we've done there, along with the help of Brian Leonard and some other key people that have been with us and really helped out tremendously to keep this place going. So working on year number 5, and it's looking really good. Secondly, I have a company that pays my bills around the house called Security Source Plus. I do security systems, camera systems. I also do home theater, audio, video, restaurants, that kind of stuff. That thing is just fresh, about a little over a year old. I have myself and a part-time guy doing that, along with a skateboard company we just started called Doomsday. Scratch that. That was wrong, totally. Called Dead End Skateboards. Doomsday Skateboards liked one of my posts earlier today, and that's clearly why I was thinking of that. But yeah, our company is called Dead End Skateboards, and we just launched it. It's going to be a crutch. We've launched it to get out there. My partner's in the skate park. Dan Butler is my primary partner. His name's on the lease, and then Brian Leonard has been integral part of it. And those two have started a company and kind of meandered me into it somehow. So it's pretty awesome. Those two skateboarders, I ride BMX, and we're doing a company that's going to support our community, which is the Fort Wayne Indoor and in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, Midwest pride or whatever. So we represent the Midwest. And then, so in January, I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place here. So I race BMX bikes till I was about 16 years old, and then 17. And throughout that time, I started dirt jumping. And you got to remember, this is in the 80s. I was dirt jumping, and I had a dirt jumping contest here in 1988 at a local BMX track. Now, as times move forward, I've done shows, freestyle shows as a jumper. So I do the jumps, and you take your hands and feet off and spin around and all that kind of stuff. I've done that over the years for summers, mainly for random companies all throughout the United States, and it's been awesome. It's been really awesome. Last year, I was talking about how I crashed last year. I crashed at my skate park, basically jumping a jump, and I misjudged. I was going too fast, overshot it, and over the handlebars. I fell from about 10 feet, possibly-ish, more or less. And went over the handlebars and landed straight on my face. So I landed straight on my face, broke my nose. I broke my 2 front teeth out. They're actually still fake. Just disgusting. But I've got fake teeth in there, and it's $7 grand to get those fixed. Still working on that. But we're getting around that. So I was about 60 pounds heavier than I am right now. And after I landed badly like that and totally knocked myself unconscious, The next couple days, swollen face, and I'm really just thinking about, man, should I quit riding bikes? Or, I really don't want to quit riding bikes, but I cannot keep doing this to myself like this. So I said, if you could lose a little weight, maybe it wouldn't be as painful when you hit the ground, or maybe you would learn not to be as sloppy or sketchy or whatever. So I kind of take a look at, maybe I'll try to lose some weight. Knocking your front teeth out, you automatically lose some weight because you lose the ability to eat sandwiches. Just so you know, you cannot eat a sandwich when you've got these two front teeth. It becomes very difficult, especially when they're loosely in there for 2 weeks before the dentist will see you. But at any rate, so I dropped some pounds just right out of the gate from doing that, which I liked quite a bit. So I started looking into my diet, and I wanted to see what kind of fuel I was putting in, and what it was doing for me. So I, probably like most of you out there, I've been on a Western standard American idiot Western diet, and I was unaware of it my entire life. 43 years I was on it, and you know what it is already. I don't even need to tell you. It's eggs, bacon, sausage, potatoes, butter, toast, butter in the morning for breakfast, then some kind of fast food thing, or a cold meat driven thing, or some kind of super processed lunch, along with a dinner time that in the summer around here in Indiana we do cookouts, which include pork chops and hamburgers and steaks, and we do fried fish, we do cookout, fish fries, and then for vegetables, it's this can that's got a little green giant dude on there, and it's green beans, and then we dump the green beans into a pot, and we dump a bunch of butter on that, and then we warm it up, and then that's what we eat. And I've ate that my entire life, and I wondered why I felt lethargic and why I didn't have energy. And so a buddy of mine who has been a vegetarian, I guess, I don't know if he might be vegan now, for quite a while, him and I don't remember what time, but it was this about April or so, time of the year, and I just decided I watched something online, I think, I watched What the Health, and then I told myself I was going to take a 30-day meat-free challenge, and I did the 30-day meat-free challenge shortly after my 43rd birthday, and the first couple days were kind of sucked, but I felt like I was detoxing, so I went with it. I kept plenty of water in my system, and I was keeping nutrition where I thought it needed to be. I just stayed away from meat, and I tried to eat other things. I was eating cereal. I was eating quite a bit of processed food. Didn't even realize it at that point in time, because you have to educate yourself what processed food actually is. But fast forward, right now, I'm a little over a year in. I feel great. I've lost 60 pounds, and I really don't know how to go back. And my buddy Nate just pulled in the driveway. Nate's actually helped me out quite a bit with this whole scenario here. He doesn't know that I'm on the back porch filming right now, but he'll figure it out. So hey Nate, I just introduced you to the YouTubers. So at any rate, after a first couple days of switching over, taking that 30-day challenge, I started to feel better. And then, like I said, I felt a detox, then I started to feel better about, a week, maybe 10 days in, and then a couple weeks in, I really felt like my brain turning back on, and my awareness, like what's going on around me, my intuition, a lot of things I'd never heard people talk about before, what actually happened if you went with a cleaner, healthier, natural diet. So these things I noticed immediately a few weeks in, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more than the weight, and I enjoy that more to this day than losing the weight. The weight's one thing, but having the mind ability and the ability to think again and be aware of your surroundings, and the ability to step outside of your own stupid little box and see your own stupid box and see that you're in it. Somehow that opened up for me. So I've been fortunate, and I've been out gathering information on YouTube, watching X amount of documentaries, and just feeding myself the information in here, not necessarily waiting for the people to tell me. I mean, actually not at all. No one has told me anything. I've done everything myself, and the only way you can do it is to do it yourself. But so after the 30-day deal, we had planned a meal on the 30th day to come over, and honestly, I thought that I was gonna eat a shit ton of meat, you know. And Joe, my buddy Joe Laws, and my buddy Nate, who I just told you just rolled up here. Nate, stick your head in here and say hello to these people, even though we're not even online
what
yet.
Up, YouTube?
Boom, Nate dog. Oh, Nate went down off the back of the porch.
You were safe.
Didn't even twist his ankle.
Wow.
Whoa.
Bloopers.
I think you just disappeared, like exit stage left. So, at any rate, we did the 30-day challenge. I said, okay, everybody's gonna come over. We'll have a cookout in the backyard. We ended up making I went and got grass-fed steaks from a local farm here, Seven Sons Farm, and you know, I was thinking, oh, I'm not gonna eat the factory farm steaks or whatever you call it. So I went and got the grass-fed ones, and I cooked them. We still had the normal vegetable stuff that I've been eating and grilling. We chop up vegetables, put them on. Got away from butter and started using olive oil, which is killer. Those things are really good on aluminum foil. Vegetable wraps on the grill are super good. But at any rate, we did that, and I didn't really want any of the steak, and I didn't want any of the meat. I just didn't. It just didn't feel good, didn't look good, didn't want it. So I did eat it just because I said I would, and I ate I think we had T-bones, and I ate the filet mignon side. I didn't even eat the other side of it. So, and after that, I didn't even ever want to eat it again. I never had the desire to, and I may have throughout this past year. If I did, it was accidentally. I haven't done it on purpose, but you can't go to family gatherings without running into some kind of garbage. And my family is probably my worst enemy, but that's a whole separate thing. Your family doesn't understand what you're doing, and they think you're crazy. But like I said, to take the challenge, and maybe you don't have to go as aggro or whatever as I did. 30 days is quite a bit to change that quickly. And I kept dairy and I kept cheese, but I did eliminate the meat, all of it: fish, chicken, beef, pigs, which equal bacon, pork chops, etc. So I did it, and I really felt so good that I didn't want to go back. And throughout the past year, I've been just continuing to educate myself on how to eat properly. So what that's done, we go back to my BMX world, is, you know, I'm 60 pounds lighter. That's like dragging around 8 less bowling balls. You know, I'm a lot more nimble, I'm more agile, I'm more aware, I'm a lot cleaner on my bicycle. I have 10 times more energy than I ever had as an adult human being. I no longer get tired or lethargic after I eat. When I eat, it's energy, and I go out and I burn the energy up in the form of riding my bike, or in some cases I'll burn the energy up and I'll sit down in front of my computer and jam out a bunch of stuff that needs to get done for random websites that I do, or the skate park, or whatever it is. You know, when I got to build a quote for the security company. So whatever it is, you need energy to perform daily things in your life, and meat and things of that nature. I mean, meat primarily, if you can just cut down to whatever you're eating now, because I looked at it and Nate looked at it, we both were eating 85% of our diet was completely processed trash. And I think if you take a look back at your own diet and you're having these questions pop through your head, that you'll see that you are eating 85% processed food. I mean, if it comes in a bag or a box, and inside that box is a bag, that's a processed piece of food, you know. Natural food is fruits, vegetables, things of that nature. And your body really enjoys it once you put it in there. So if you don't want to do the full meat thing, give it a 70-30, man. You know, switch it up to where you don't eat any meat for breakfast, for lunch, and then have a little bit for dinner, but keep the intake up on everything else. And you'll find it amazing and contradictory to everything you've been told by everything in the world, including TV, radio, any type of media outlet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I don't care what the hell it is. Any type of advertising, they're telling you to eat all this garbage, but guess what? It's a sham. I mean, where else can you go and you're in America, every time you go somewhere, it doesn't matter where you're at, there's a McDonald's, there's a Wendy's, or it's a McDonald's, a Wendy's, a Taco Bell, a Burger King, or it's a In-N-Out Burger, it's a Del Taco, whatever the hell it is. They're all the same shit with different names. So be aware. You know, there's no reason that every exit ramp you get off of in this country is serving you the same garbage. So plan your meals. If you're traveling, don't stop at those places, man. The moment in time we start to see McDonald's disappear, I feel the moment in time we as a society are going to move into the future. But yeah, I'll put a picture up. I was 210 pounds when I started this journey back in whatever it was, last year, 2017. I've been floating around 150, 160 pounds the entire time since then, and I no longer get tired after eating at all. I got energy, like I said, and my bicycle riding is outstanding, and the ability to sense things and feel things and use your brain, folks, is what I'm talking about. You know, if you're thinking about your health, that's it. You know, by flipping over, you're going to stop a lot of problems in the future. And I want to ride my bike well into my 50s, and there's no way in hell you're going to do it on a meat-based diet. I can tell you that. I mean, you're going to be stomped out beforehand, and I've also stomped out my possibility of having early onset any type of heart failure, diabetes. There's a ton of autoimmune diseases I could list off right now that I've limited myself from just by changing my diet. So again, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. This is my first time doing something like this on my YouTube channel. So for those who are asking questions and want to know, take the time to learn it yourself. Get out there, get at it, and you'll find that your attitude changes, your outlook on life changes. You know, you feel like you're one step above everybody else that's struggling out there. So just take the time, go out and do it. And I'll be doing some videos more about what I do, what I eat, maybe on a daily basis. Maybe we'll do some stuff on the skate park. We'll do some interviews. I just want to get a lot more engaged and get this information out that I've learned in the past year and a half to YouTube. So I travel around to, I do BMX shows still. I have a microphone in my hand, but we're delivering a different message. We're delivering a message of fun and entertainment, but ideally the same thing is get out of your house, get into society. Don't sit there and cower behind your computer screen or your little cell phone screen and sit there and eat bonbons and fast food your whole life. There's way more than that out there. So for what it's worth, I'm Rich Hoppy, Nate Dogg's over here.
What up?
This is the Rich Hoppy experience, as we're calling it. We'll see you guys in the future. Peace.